Hey guys, what's up? So today I'm going to be reviewing and doing a tutorial using the Morphe Jaclyn Hill The Vault collection. I have a lot of thoughts on this. I'm going to share my absolutely unbiased opinion of this palette. There's a lot of opinions going on, there's a lot of reviews going on, and a lot of people had received the bad collection first. I never tried that collection. I am completely unbiased. I don't think it's going to be bad. I don't think it's going to be good. I just think it's Morphe. Morphe has never had bad palettes come out. So I'm going to go into this completely unbiased, non-hater review is what this is. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to tell you if it's good or if it's not. I'm going to tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it. And I have a tiny little rant at the very end of the video. I'm going to leave that stuff to the end of the video so that if you don't want to watch that, you don't have to watch that. But I'm also going to be doing this makeup tutorial using the collection as well, so you can see for yourself up close and personal how these palettes kind of perform. I've been using these for a while, so I definitely have my thoughts kind of about each palette. I've used each palette already. This is not a first impressions. So if you want to see all that, you want to see my review, you want to see this tutorial, and you want to see the little tiny rant and something I have to say to all social media and to everybody in the world, make sure you stay tuned to the very end. And also don't forget, before we get started, to hit that subscribe button so that you can join the family. Also hit the little tiny bell next to it. It will notify you of all my videos. All my videos will come into your notification feed. If you do not hit it, you will probably get some videos, but not all, if you get any of me at all. It's just wonky right now. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to show you this tutorial, then I'm going to swatch the palettes and show you them up close and personal, then I'll do my review, and then I'll do my little rant. So let's get started with the tutorial. First, I'm going to put a concealer on my lid. Okay, now I'm going to get into the Dark Magic palette. I'm going to get into this color, which is like a neutral brown, not a neutral, like more like a cooler brown. I'm going to get into a fluffy blending brush. This is the Morphe one. And I'm going to lightly tap into it and put it into the crease. I'm not going to take it all the way into the inner corner. I'm going to stop kind of like right there. I had no problems blending the shadows, anything like that. I think that they work just great. I'm also going to start working it in this outer corner here. And making sure I'm creating my shape up. Now I'm going to dip into the Armed and Gorgeous palette. And I'm going to get into Smooth Criminal, which is a warm brown. Because it's so warm, I'm only going to barely tap my brush into it like that. And I want to be very gentle with this. It's just going to blend right above the crease. Kind of as a transition, I'm going to warm up that area. And kind of blend it towards the brow. Just want it to be like warm. I want it to be cool and then go up and kind of get warmer as it goes up to the brow. I'm going to bring that one in all the way into the brow right here, like in the inner part where the brow kind of starts, and I'm going to blend it. Like I said, this is my crease. I'm going to blend it above my crease, kind of in the transition area. Then I'm going to go back into Shush, which is the first shade I used, and start to blend that in the outer corner here, in the outer part of the lid, into the crease, still deepening it up. Okay, now I'm going to switch my brush, get into a diffused crease brush E38 from Sigma, and I'm going to gently tap my brush into Moho from Dark Magic. Gently, you guys. I would rather do too little than too much. And I'm going to start kind of focusing on this outer third of the eye, just in that corner. I'm gonna kind of stipple it where I want it and then blend. Now that I don't have that much product on my brush, I'm gonna kind of bring it in a little bit, but I'm never gonna go past the half point of my eye. I'm just gonna do the same thing a little bit by a little bit until I deepen it up enough to where it looks like this side. I'm even gonna do 2 taps of Moho and to get it into Temptress, just 1 quick tap like that to make sure it gets darker. Then with the same brush, I'm gonna go back into Shush and make sure that I'm blending those two really, really well. I'm gonna get back into Smooth Criminal and make sure that it's blended really nice. Now I'm gonna go into, this is the It's Likely Makeup, what is it? Pro 4M brush, but I'm gonna do Power Cut in the middle, like in the inner corner, and then I'm gonna go out with Diversion. Yeah, Diversion in this outer half, and I'm going to flip the brush over and use Diversion. So I'm going to use both colors on this brush, one side Power Cut, one side Diversion, and I'm really going to be careful and create a nice shape. Flip my brush over, get into Diversion. And I'm going to take Diversion even on top of the darker shades all the way to the outer corner of the eye. And then I'm going to flip back and forth blending. So I'm going to put like the lighter color and kind of go over top of where I started the brown. I'm going to do the same thing with the brown, the Diversion shade, until it's pretty much blended and it looks seamless. Like so. It looks really pretty, smoky, really gorgeous. Okay, so I'm gonna get a tinier brush. This one's the Pro 2M. I'm gonna get into Poof right here, and I'm gonna put that right underneath the brow. I'm also gonna put that here, right above my lid in this space right here to lighten that space up. Then I'm going to put VIP, this is from the Armed and Gorgeous palette, into the inner corner, right here. We might have to go over that once I do my foundation and concealer. But this isn't one of those looks that looks terrible without lashes. I mean, if you look at it, it looks nice. I just got to clean up the edges with my foundation and my concealer. I am going to put a black liner in the tight line. I'm going to put some black in the waterline. I'm just putting on my favorite mascara of the moment. This is the Wander Beauty Unlashed mascara. I'm going to do my foundation and concealer and all that kind of stuff, and then I'll be back and we'll finish up. Okay, so I have my foundation, my concealer on, and I've contoured with some of the Colourpop bronzer. So I'm gonna now warm up the face a lot to kind of tie in with the look, with the warm part of the look. This is the Too Faced Baked Luminous Glow Bronzer in Sweet Tea. Really bronze up the face. So now with the teeny brush, before I go on with the blush, I'm going to finish my eyes. I'm going to go back into VIP and make sure that I still have that in the inner corners. And then with a smaller brush, I'm going to go into Mood, really close to the lashes. I'm not gonna go all the way to the inner corner. I'm gonna stay in this outer part. I'm gonna go into Diversion, which is this shade, and I'm gonna go over top of that. Then I'm gonna go into Smooth Criminal, which is the warm shade we used, and I'm gonna go on the lower lashes with that, all the way into the inner corner. And then I'm gonna do again with Diversion. I'm just gonna go right on top, super close to the lashes. Just in the outer half. There you go. I'm gonna recurl my lashes, and you can see how beautiful the look looks without fake lashes. Just looks gorgeous. You don't need fake lashes to complete the look. So let's go on to blush. I will be putting on fake lashes, but I'll do that at the very end so you can see how the whole look looks without fake lashes. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the Burts Bees Bare Peach blush. For highlight, I'm gonna go into the Spotlight Highlight Palette from BH Cosmetic, and I'm gonna go into Ethereal right here. For the blush, I'm gonna use the What's Your Sign from Colourpop from the Zodiac collection. Okay, and last I'm gonna put on this gloss. This is a Tint lip gloss. This is from Sigma. Just gonna put some of that in the lower lip. Give my lips a little bit of juice. So I am gonna put on some lashes. These are the Icon eyelashes in Taylor. I love these so much. They're some of my favorite. I'll put a link for them below if you're interested. I love these so much. So this is what I'm going to put on. So now that you guys kind of got to see the tutorial on how I did this look, I will link everything below for you guys. But this is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill The Vault collection. It comes in a box like this, and Jaclyn Hill's in the back if you don't know who she is. She's a beauty YouTuber. She's very well known. Morphe has collaborated with her before to make a palette that is really, really good. It's a really good palette. Everybody loved it. So I do want to say something about Morphe's packaging and how my package came in. It was super rainy that day and my package was left outside, and I didn't know it was there, and so literally the box, the cardboard box that it came in, was absolutely destroyed. But they had put this palette, this collection, into really good bubble wrap, and literally it did not get wet, it did not get ruined at all, and that box was like falling apart ruined. So I do want to say that Morphe does know how to package their stuff, you guys. I've never had a problem with anything that they've sent me or anything like that, so I did want to tell you guys that. So it comes in a box like this, and then inside comes this other cardboard box where it holds all your palettes. So I got the full collection that retails for $49.99. You can find it at Ulta and get the individual palettes as well if you're not interested in the whole collection. But I did get the whole collection. So it comes in a box like this. There's a little ribbon you can pull to take out the palettes. Very easy. The box is nice because then you can put it on your dresser without it looking odd. That's just a palette just sitting there. So there are 4 palettes. They each have 10 eyeshadows. They each have a mirror. The packaging is absolutely gorgeous. In the front, you can see what the different palettes are from the colors of some of the spots. Also, in the side of the palette says the name of the palette. Like this one's the Bling Boss. We have Dark Magic. That way you can see and know which palette you're grabbing. Okay, so let's go to the swatches, share with you guys what all of these look like, very up close and personal, and then we'll get to the review and my rant. Here we go. Lolly, Rush, On Camera, and boom. Here we have Alert, Bomb, Siren, Mugshot. Here we have Framed and then Secret. Beautiful. Bling Bling, Hush Hush, Gem, Pizzazz. Of all the palettes, this one I think is the nicest. Mystic, Sparks, Glitz and Glam, Rockstar, Ballsy, Berry Treasure. Okay, here we have VIP, Access, Guilt Trip, Coin, Agent, Top Secret, Smooth Criminal, Secure, Prowl, and Classified. There you go. Poof, Power Cut, Shh, whoa, and Trickery. Diversion, Potion, Busted, and Inside Job. Moho and Temptress. Okay, now that you guys kind of saw the swatches, I do want to say something first. So, I thought I filmed it, but I didn't. The camera was not on. But for the swatch for Bling Boss, I did these swatches first. When I first arrived, I did all these swatches for you guys before I started to play with them and try them out because I wanted to show you them when they looked really nice. So I noticed with all the palettes that the swatches for the matte shadows were kind of dry, almost patchy, like the pigmentation wasn't coming off as well as I had hoped. And they felt, the shadows themselves felt kind of hard, kind of really pressed in there tightly, like really snug in there. And so something I noticed with the original Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette is that the matte shadows, they kind of were like that as well. They were really pressed in there, so you kind of really had to warm the shadow up and kind of waken it up, so to say. It's kind of sleeping, you gotta wake it up, you gotta move it around, and then it basically came to life and it was really pigmented in the way that most of Morphe's matte shadows are, just really, really nice and really soft and creamy feeling. So I noticed that with these too. So I didn't experiment, I didn't film it, I thought I did, I'm so sorry. You can believe me or not, it's up to you. So with this palette right here, the Bling Boss, which is the one that I've heard the worst reviews about, I basically did that where I swatched all of them, or I think I swatched like, yeah, most of them first. The first time ever touching the palette, I swatched them. Again, the shadows weren't as creamy as I hoped. Then I warmed it up, and I showed you guys on camera, but it didn't record. And I warmed it up really well with my finger. Then I kind of cleaned off on a wipey, and then I swatched it like normal again, and it came off a lot more pigmented. It kind of like woke up, and it was like a new shadow. It even felt really creamy and soft, and I was really surprised. And so that's something to keep in mind sometimes with these Morphe shadows, they kind of pack their shadows in there really good so that they don't break or whatnot. And I feel like, my personal opinion, my thoughts on it after using this collection, her previous palette, some other Morphe palettes, is warming them up with their fingers, especially the matte ones, will help waken them up, so to say, and they will actually start to feel really creamy and very soft. So if they feel dry and like thin layered, that might be why. It might not be that this is a bad palette, because after that, after I first swatched all these and then I started to use them, they were all amazing. They were all beautiful. I have not used these without first having swatched them. So I kind of already woke them up by swatching them, and then I started to use them. So I didn't just get a fresh one and just start straight in with my brush. I didn't do that. So I haven't had any bad experiences with these. I think that these are really nice. I don't think that they're patchy. I don't think that they're dry. I think that they feel creamy, and I think that the color pigmentation is really, really nice. So if there's a particular palette that you guys want to see a makeup tutorial with, let me know in the comments section. Stop what you're doing, comment down below, tell me which palette you're interested in, which palette you want to see a tutorial with, because I'm going to be using this quite a bit, you guys. So make sure you're subscribed if you want to see a makeup look using every single palette, because I'm probably going to do one. But let me know in the comment section which one you're particularly interested in. So I think these are really good. I love the packaging, and particularly I really do love this box because I can put my palettes in there and I can set it out, and it looks like it's meant to be set out. It doesn't look like you just didn't clean up your stuff. So I really like that. $49.99 I think is a good price. I think these are really nice. That's kind of my opinion on these. There's not much to say about them. I don't think that I had a problem applying them, and you guys saw I did not set my concealer at all. I used the Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. I didn't set it at all, and they blended out really nicely. So let's do a little rant, shall we? So this does not necessarily have to do with this collection. This is just one of the many things that have been victimized by what's going on right now, and I wanted to talk about it. So if you're not interested, make sure you're subscribed. I'll see you guys later. I love you guys, but those of you guys are interested to see what I want to say and kind of what's been going on and what I think needs to change, and I just need to say it even though nobody knows who I am. I'm gonna say it just in case somebody happens to see this video. There is a going on trend right now, and I'm gonna call it a trend because I don't think that it's going to go on forever. It hasn't been this crazy before. So it's kind of something that's been catching on and that people are continuing to do because it's catchy. It's something that everybody's doing, and it's like they're putting more fuel to the fire. They're like fueling the fire, and it's becoming more popular and more popular, but hopefully at some time someone will throw some water on it and it will die out, because it needs to. There's a going on trend right now that it's okay to bully, victimize, talk negatively all the time. It's like this negative trend right now, and that's what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna try to explain myself as best as I can. If you don't agree, it's fine, but this is what I think. So right now I've noticed with a lot of makeup launches, and the thing that's funny is that, you know, we talk about not bullying, but yet we bully these cosmetic companies, these brands, and we are bullying them. So there's a difference between, if you guys, here's a lesson on life, guys. There is, and I'll use an example of parents, okay? There's a difference between your parents fighting, your parents arguing, and your parents having a discussion. And a discussion where they don't agree, not agreeing. That's okay. It's okay for parents to not agree. It's okay for people to not agree and to have a discussion, okay? When you start to offend, when you start to kind of speaking ill and harshly and trying to hurt somebody else's feelings, whether it be a brand, whether it be a brand's image, whether it be a person, whether it be a celebrity, whether it be a child, that's when it becomes an act of bullying, okay? That's when it becomes an act of bullying. I can say, hey, I don't like these palettes. I don't think they blend well. I think that there's other Morphe palettes that you would be more interested in. That's okay. That's an honest opinion saying, hey, I don't like these, which I do like these, by the way. But if I didn't, that's me saying. When I start to say, they shouldn't even come out with palettes like these don't work, these are just terrible, these are just flat out crap, I can't believe Morphe released these, they must be lying, they must be scamming us, they must be, that's when it becomes like a bullying. That's when you start to bully somebody. When you start going on somebody's page and saying, you guys are terrible because I can't believe you did this, I can't believe you did that. That's bullying. Although I do think that there are some things, now, I'm not talking about eyeshadow palettes, but like the foundation kind of deal where everyone's on uproar about foundation shades. That's understandable. Does something need to change? Do brands need to be more inclusive and include everybody? Yes. Is it right that they sometimes don't? Sometimes they just go with fair and medium shades and they forget about the tan, deep shades? Yeah, it sucks. But should we, is it okay to bully? Is it okay to bully? Is it okay to bully someone that's bullying? Is it okay that if your kid hits my kid, it's okay for me then to bully your kid because your kid hit my kid? No! You understand what I'm saying? And it's this ongoing trend, and it's not just the media, it's leaking into everybody's life, everybody's forgetting. And it's okay to not agree. It's okay to stand up and say, hey, please put more deep shadows out there. We don't want to buy your product if you're not going to support and be inclusive to everybody, because it's not fair and we're going to make a stand. Is it okay to say, you guys suck, we hate you guys, can't believe you're doing this, you guys are this, you guys are that, you guys hate people of color? No, no, that's bullying. So there's this like ongoing trend of negativity. There's so many better ways to go around and to making a change, which I feel like a change is happening. But I feel like sometimes we've taken it too far and we're taking it to everything. We're bullying everybody. Or every brand that comes out, I feel like has to be on tiptoes wondering, is social media gonna like try to crush me because we came out with a palette that has 10 shades instead of 20? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, people need to just chill out, like chill out. Do things need to change? Yes. Do I think that there's a better way of speaking our mind? Yes. Do I think that it's okay to go on people's personal pages or brands pages, whoever it may be, and bully? Heck no. Be careful of what you say, because whether your intentions or not, the way you say things can come off as a bully or can come off as a respectable opinion that, hey, obviously people are disagreeing and they don't like what we are doing with our brand or the way that we are going with our brands, you know, the image or the way that our brand is turning. So let's rethink that and let's turn a different way. And I'm using the brand example because I don't want to flare up too many disagreements and talk about particular things, because I know someone's always going to take what I say wrong. But that's what I'm saying, like, we need to rethink and try not to be negative. Can you disagree? Yes. Do you have to just expect everything to fail? And this is what I'm talking about, it being a trend, because a lot of YouTube videos, if you can see, they're always saying the negative thing. They aren't saying the best in the world anymore. They're saying, this is the worst palette ever. Let's talk about the worst this. And they make sad faces. They make disgusted faces. They talk about, this sucks. And then you go into their tutorial and sometimes it doesn't suck. That's clickbait, but they're doing it in such a negative way because everybody's loving that right now. Everyone's loving hate and negativity, and everybody is like catching and wants the drama and wants this. Okay, there's a lot going on. And it's leaking into everyday life, into schools, into kids, into teens. It's leaking into just everything, like the world. And it's so frustrating and so difficult. And I just want to say, like, this needs to stop. Like, we need to rethink what we say, how we say it. We can disagree with each other. We don't all have to agree. We can have different opinions, but you don't have to be a bully. And especially when people are uprising and saying, no more bullies, but then they turn around and they go and they bully, or they say it in a way to bully the bully. It's like, just stop it. Everybody just stop. So that's my 2 cents. I'm just saying, I've seen the same thing with these where I'm like trying these, like, okay, a lot of people are saying that this sucks. I'm gonna try it for myself. It doesn't suck. So what's going on? Like, why is everyone just ready to just turn and think things are negative? Morphe's never come out with a negative product before, a terrible product before that I have tried. So why would I expect something to be terrible? Sounds like we're just being negative and we just want it to be terrible. It's like you want it to be bad so bad, and I talked about this on my Instagram. You want this to be bad so bad that it's going to be bad. You're going to think it's bad if you want it to be bad that bad. I said bad a lot, but you know what I mean? It's like, if I want something to taste terrible, even if it doesn't, and I believe it's going to be terrible, most likely it's going to taste terrible to me. That's just how it is. You're going to convince yourself. So that's just my 2 cents about it. I hope we can change. I hope we can make a change, and it's okay to, you know, root for everyone and to say that we want everyone to be a part of the beauty community and feel loved and welcomed here. But let's not do it in a way that we're bullying other people, is all I'm saying. And I'm not saying that anyone in particular is doing that. I'm not saying that. Don't take this in any negative way. I'm just saying I'm noticing a trend, and I'm not saying that asking for foundations that they're gonna work for deeper, darker skin is a trend. That's not what I'm talking about, guys, okay? So don't think that either. I'm just saying this whole thing of being just like mean is just, I'm getting so tired of it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Let me know down below if you guys are noticing what I'm talking about. It's even like a problem with adults. Like, I have a vlog. I'll link the vlogs below where I talk about what's going on with my kids and the gym. It's like, it's ridiculous. And it's this trend, this thing where everyone wants to be mean and bully other people because they think someone else is getting bullied, so they're gonna bully them. It's just silly. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys. I'm not gonna do another negative video like this ever again. This was already too negative for me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe before you leave, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.